Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Epic series of ArmA 3. A lot of you have been requesting this because the Epic Diving Fight and the Epic Race were a great success. But this is more of an update video concerning the Epic series, but also something else I want to talk about. While I show you the gameplay, I'll show you quick what scenario I have made. I have made a marathon. This was suggested by somebody, because of course did a epic race with I don't know what they were Jeep-ish vehicles, cars, basically a car race, and somebody suggested a foot race, and we have a group. Each group is 10 units. They're civilians, so I thought that would be good for a foot race, and each group has 10 members in them. And there are 350 NPCs, me included, 351 units, so this will be a 350 unit plus race, which is more than the Epic Diving Fight, and it will be not too spectacular. It will be pretty quiet, no explosions, but at least that gives me time to talk about what I want to talk about. Here I have the trigger set to the first one, who will get onto the basketball court, will end the mission, and so yeah, I'm not really doing this for winning, because there are really no obstacles, so you know, they all will really run at the same speed, so it won't be too spectacular. But I will shut down fraps now for a moment, since in the beginning, seriously, it will take about a minute before the fucking lag stops. So yeah, it will be pretty much frozen for a whole minute, so see you guys soon. Alright guys, so this is what we got here. As you can see, it is still really laggy. Don't worry, that will go away. The reason why it's laggy is because they're all clumped up like each other. I did not put them in formation. That's also why the footage of the divers was so laggy in the beginning. But don't worry, when they scatter, it will be fine. But this is the only time you will see all those 350, Jesus Christ, with each other. And, so, today I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about the beta for ArmA 3 and the Epic series. Let's talk about the beta first, right? While everybody is kind of getting out. What I want to do is want to get out of this crowd to kind of... They're starting to scatter themselves now. Is this somebody in front of me? Yeah, don't worry, guys. The lag will go away. So yeah, beta. June 25th, the beta of ArmA 3 is going to start. Now, today is already the 25th here in Japan, but of course in the rest of the world it's not. So I think it will be somewhere later today or tomorrow where we can get beta access, and the beta will include, of course, some new stuff. I've written down what it will include. It will include 10 vehicles, 7 weapons, which is all fine, 4 new showcase missions, which that is very interesting, because of course I did all the showcase missions last time. And these show some new features, like the combined arms. It's one showcase mission. Other one is supports, which I guess they're talking about calling in supports, like an airstrike, or maybe mortar support, something like that. Maybe call in a transport vehicle, something like that. Let's take a look at all these people. I'm gonna wait a little bit to start with running with them with the marathon, because if I run now, they won't have begun running yet, so I will be running alone the whole time. Like I said, I'm not really doing this to win, but just to you know, kind of see all those units. That's the epic portion about it. Yeah, so I was talking about the 4 showcase missions, right? Combined arms supports, commanding, which was also in ArmA 2, and the last one is a night mission, which there was already a night mission in the alpha one, but that was a multiplayer scenario, and now we get a single player scenario for that as well. Other than that, it also includes 2 multiplayer missions and 4 challenges. So that means that tomorrow you guys can expect more stuff from ArmA 3, more single player, and that is something to look forward to. Maybe I will also do some custom missions again. I kind of stopped doing the custom missions because in the end I wanted to do them in the order that they came out, but a lot of them were kind of rubbish. So yeah, and it's not necessarily the fault of the people making them. It's more that because it's an alpha, you really don't get that much, options. All the missions look like each other and have the same sort of feeling because there's not a whole lot of number or units to choose from to make missions. And hopefully with the beta, it will be a lot more varied. So I might go back to those custom missions as well. I still love the mission that I did, the Die Hard one, the custom beach assault. But yeah. Alright, so yeah, expect that pretty soon. And then about the Epic series. The Epic series I thought about for a long time because I was not too sure how I was going to have the series turn out on my channel. Because there was so much that I did with ArmA 3, the alpha. There were custom missions, there were showcases, there were the epic missions. So I was like, am I going to hustle that all up in one sort of playlist? But then I thought one of the people suggested a helicopter fight, an epic helicopter fight. So a lot of helicopters just fighting each other. Now in the alpha, I made this map, but I noticed that only one side actually had choppers that could attack. The other side, I forgot which side had, but it only has transport helicopters. So what would happen is I would have all these choppers, but one team would win because only one team would engage in combat. By the way, what's pretty fun though about this marathon is they go different routes. Some of them go straight. A lot of them also go here. So it even has sort of like, free run fuel feeling to it. But anyway, that made the fact that I couldn't do that sort of map on ArmA 3 made me think, well, I could do it on ArmA 2. And then I had the idea, alright, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a separate series called Epic ArmA. And it is going to be the ArmA 3 Epic videos that I made, including this one, will probably also be in that list. But it is going to be all sorts of epic scenarios, from battles to races to I don't know what else, kind of epic scenarios, but just lots of units, lots of weird situations, and I'm going to do that with ArmA 3, ArmA 2, and Armed Assault, and maybe Operation Flashpoint. I have that one as well, but don't really see the point in that. But the thing is, if I use ArmA 2, since that's an older game, I can have way more units up there. I mean, now I have 350 plus units doing this race. And with ArmA, I can probably have more than 700. I can have double. And like I said, this is not the most spectacular race, but with cars, I could probably also have, double. So I did 75 plus vehicles for that race, so I can have probably 150 plus vehicles on a race in ArmA 2. Now, ArmA 3, of course, has different physics with the cars, so it won't be as cartoony as the ArmA 3 epic race, but still, there's a lot more possible with having ArmA 2, and Armed Assault. Having some mods. There are World War II mods for them, so I could reimagine D-Day. Stuff like that, which is difficult though because the AI of ArmA and ArmA 2 doesn't lend itself for like invasion style maps, since when the AI detects that it's under fire, it will go prone. So if you have the Omaha beach map and you put all these units there, what they will do is when they come out of the landing crafts is they will immediately go prone on the beach, which is not very handy, because it's pretty open, and even though they're hedgehogs and they won't move. In the movies you always see, you gotta move up, and that's exactly what they don't do, because it's more thought in the process that it is more of a tactical mission where they go prone and they sneak around. And still, your guys' suggestions for epic scenarios are greatly appreciated. I was really happy with the results. Spartacus also said an epic boat race. I actually tried to make that here, and I wanted to do a boat race to go around the whole island. I quickly stopped that because we only had the rubber boats, and it was very boring because there on sea obviously there are no obstacles at all. So once you get your full speed, that's what you get. So if you're on the open sea and everybody goes full speed, you won't overtake anyone. So for a boat race, what I think would be smarter is to get, is to find a river and have a boat race on that. And then I realized that there are no rivers on most ArmA maps. There are on some like custom maps, so I should do it there. But I think if you do like that, then it will be pretty fun. Originally on this map, there was a pier there, and I had them run to the pier, but the AI still is not capable of going there, so they actually stopped. What they did was they went into the water and tried to swim to the pier. And though people say it's alpha, you need to, I don't have that much confidence in that the AI will be that much better from now. They will definitely do some fixes. They always did that also in patches with ArmA, with Armed Assault and ArmA II. But seeing the progress over the years with Operation Flashpoint, with Armed Assault, and with ArmA II, sure it's going to be better, but not too much. I mean, they enter now buildings sometimes, still not as often as I would like, but yeah. But the fact that they started swimming there gave me an idea to maybe do an epic triathlon, right? So have all these units just run, then swim, then on a bicycle. I don't think the bike is in here yet. I'm not too sure. There's like a quad or something, I think, here. But like I said, there are bicycles in ArmA II, so that scenario is all still possible there. But the fun thing about this is are the physics. And in terms of an epic battle, there can be multiple scenarios. Like if you have an epic infantry battle, you can have that in the open environment, in a forest environment, in a mountain environment, in a city environment. There's so much possible there, which changes the the gameplay aspect. Because if you're in the open, that will be chaos, and if you're in the city, it will still be chaos, but it will be more tactical. Like I would live longer. You have so many. I had a cool scenario in ArmA II where I was a civilian, and I would have like Russian helicopters invade, and there were like, I don't know, 60, 70 helicopters, and you cannot actually choose to let an NPC attack civilians. So what I did was I had empty vehicles all over the city, which I ordered the Russians to attack. So with the rockets, missing sometimes, it would be pretty dangerous, and buildings would blow up, and it would be actually pretty epic. But yeah, we're coming to the end, so I'm trying to think if there's something more that I want to say. So things that I want to bring over are more ArmA III footage is coming, since the beta is coming really soon, and there will be more videos of the Epic series. It's going to be called Epic ArmA, and it's not only going to be ArmA III, it's also going to be Armed Assault, ArmA II. You guys' suggestions and ideas are greatly appreciated. And yeah, that is. I'm not gonna make it, by the way. Ugh, come on, dude, run. Nope. All right, guys, that was it, and I will see you guys next time.